welcome back to my channel Button and Pip. I'm Adele. So we are finally at the end of November, so I'm popping on today to talk about all the things I've been up to in November. Now I'm going to jump straight into it because I've got quite a few things that I want to talk to you about today. So if you've watched on my previous vlogs, you will know that I crocheted my eldest daughter a beautiful pink blanket for her bedroom. And once I had made the eldest daughter a blanket, my youngest daughter was like, "Mummy, please can I have one?" So I had to jump straight in from that project to another, and I managed to finish this one actually in super fast time. And look how beautiful this blanket is. So on the previous pink blanket, it was a triple crochet into the top of the previous line of stitching. See, I'm not a crochet expert, so I apologise if I'm getting any of this terminology wrong. This one is the same stitch, but this time, instead of going into the top or the back stitch on the top of the row, I went into the stitch. So I started this in October, and I bought this yarn from Boys. So it was the same place that I bought the other yarn from, the pink yarn, but she doesn't really like pink. She's really into her purples and blues. So my eldest daughter actually chose this for her. So big sister got it right for the little sister. And I made it actually slightly wider. I think because you're going into the stitch, it stretches more. So I didn't count how many chains I made. I just sort of made the first chain, look at how big it was and thought, yep, let's go. And this took two big, I think 400-gram balls of yarn to make, and I love it. I just want to keep stealing both of these blankets off the girls' beds, but they keep taking them back because they find them so snuggly and warm. But she finally got one, so I've made now two, and I don't think I'm stopping. It's a bit crazy, really. I'd never thought of myself as a knitter or a crocheter, but I've really just got hooked by it at the moment, and I've even asked Santa for a knitting kit for Christmas. So fingers crossed he's been listening, Santa, and that you bring me what I've asked for. Right, so that has been my knitting project. That actually took up quite a few evenings, just sitting in front of the TV, in front of the fire. Really nice project actually over winter. But I have been doing a little bit of sewing. So as you may know, I have a monthly demonstration spot on Sewing Street. And each time that I go on to the show, I demonstrate two new dressmaking patterns that they're currently selling. So because I sew up the sample, take the sample onto the show, and then I do the second sample while I'm actually being filmed, I don't ever bring back the sample that I made for the show. So unfortunately, I don't have those garments to show you here, but I've got the patterns and I've got some pictures. So I'm just going to chat about what I got up to. So I was on just this Sunday and I had two projects. The first one was this Easy Vogue. So it's the Vogue 9338 jacket. And I made it in some really nice linen mix fabric, and I made version A, okay, which has really big voluptuous sleeves. What's really good about this pattern is there's actually lots of variations, so you can make it short, you can make it long, you can have the voluptuous sleeves. They've got a sleeve with a bit of a peplum on and then just a straight sleeve. But what I really loved about this jacket is the neckline. So it didn't have any lapels or an actual open collar that went across. It had a stand-up collar, almost like a mandarin collar, but it hugged the neckline perfectly. And I tried the sample on before I took it into the show, and I think I'm actually going to make another one for myself for work, because at the moment we're running around each classroom. So I have my clothes, well, my dress or whatever, my jacket, and then an outer coat, because sometimes I have to run between buildings. And what I'm finding is when I've got my jacket on, my old over jacket or my coat gets stuck on the collar, and it really annoys me. So I think this jacket will be perfect. Now I had to make up the larger because they had two patterns. So the smaller pattern sizes from 6 to 12, I think it was, and then the larger one, which was 14 to 22. So I made up the size 14 as the sample. I tried it on and it wasn't actually too much, well, it wasn't too big for me. So I think I could make, again, the size 14, maybe taking the sides a little, but as it fitted around the neckline was perfect. So that one surprised me, because I have to admit, the design of the covers and the envelopes on these big 4 patterns is not inspiring. They look very dated. Even the illustrations don't really give you a good insight of what the jacket's like, but I actually really like that one. So, I dropped that pattern. Now, the second pattern that I made was the New Look N6656 pattern. So I'll pop a photo in. I actually did model this one for the sample photos, because I made this one up in a size 12, and it's a really pretty top that I think would be perfect if we were going out. That's the dream. But as a special occasion top, I think you could get some really beautiful viscose fabric or some rayon fabric and make the most beautiful glamorous top that will look nice just with a pair of jeans. I really liked actually this one, and they have an option that you can have the sleeves, which are very big not gathered sleeves, but very big angel sleeves. Debbie Shaw told me they were called. Or you can have it sleeveless, and you can have it a closed back or an open back. So I'm going to definitely keep this in my stash, that next summer, if we manage to get out and about again and normal life resumes, I may make this up in some really nice special fabric that I can just go out for dinner with. Oh, that's the dream. So they're the 2 projects that I did for Sewing Street. If you'd like to watch me while I'm demonstrating them, I'm going to pop the link down directly to the show that they upload after the show onto their YouTube channel, so that you can have a look back at that. But yeah, really nice patterns. Now, 2 of the projects that I have made. So this one, I was asked by Love Sewing, so Simple Sew Patterns, to pattern test for them. And again, this is well, I would say a special dress. I wouldn't wear this every day. I might wear it for work if I had a really nice posh occasion that I would wear it for. With the jacket would look lovely. But it's called the Ruffle Dress. So it's a really simple slip dress, and it has this ruffle, this pleated ruffle going across the front. And it's really lovely. And this fabric I got from when we went up to the Manchester Sewing Bee, and it was my first ever time in Abercorn fabric store. I didn't realise how they actually work. So downstairs are pre-cut pieces of fabric, and then upstairs is this fabric on the roll. And I found this fabric, I apologise, I don't know how much it was, but I found this fabric in one of their polyester, because they group them by fabric types in their polyester section, and I think I had about 2 meters of this. So if you look really carefully from far away, it just looks like spots or leopard print, but if you look closely, it's actually lots of little hearts. So this is going to be lovely for Valentine's Day. I might do a little date night in the house, and I might wear this dress for Valentine's Day. Now, with pattern testing, it's always an opportunity for companies just to find out if the pattern is following through, reads correctly, if sewists of all different abilities are able to do the project. And one thing that I did find that was a little bit wrong with this one is the zip that they asked to put in. So they asked to put, I think it was a 16 centimetre zip in, which I did. Whenever I pattern test, I always follow the pattern exactly as it's written, because I want to test for them to make sure that it's correct. Now, after I finished this, I was really excited to try it on. So I ran into the bedroom, put it on, but let's just say I couldn't get it over my head, over my bust, because the zip is too short. So the zip only comes to the bust area, just below the bust star, and I could not get it on. And I have to say, I was stuck in it for a little bit. So my husband was laughing at me and pulling me out of it. Then I tried to put it up the other way. Still wouldn't work, wouldn't go over my bottom. So I sent the feedback back to Simple Sew, and I think they'll make the adjustments, and you actually do need a longer zip, so at least a 30 centimetre zip on this. So it's been sat in my sewing room. I will get round to this and changing the zip over. I got some zips ordered online that came last week. So I will get that changed and I think it's going to be perfect. So I did a size 10, which I know I've done quite a few of simple sew patterns and size 10 always does normally fit me. So I'm keeping fingers crossed that this will be the perfect size as well, and I absolutely love it. I'm not going to get stuck in this again, especially while I'm in the house by myself, but I hopefully in December when I do my December makes, I'll be able to twirl this one and I'll have the zip in properly. So that's that one done. And the other sewing that I've got up to was again another, this one wasn't a pattern test, it was almost a promotional item that I'm part of a Fibre Mood group that before the release of each of the Fibre Mood issue magazines, they give us an opportunity to try one of the patterns early so that on release date we can all sort of show our patterns and lots of people can see how the patterns fit on people, on different body shapes and also in different fabrics, because you are not told exactly what fabric you need to make it out of. You have pure choice and reign of all the fabrics that you get to, well, anything that's in your stash. So this is the Alice top and it's a lovely simple jumper top with cuffs and a bottom cuff, but it's a reversible top, so you can have it this way with the V-neck at the back, or you can actually have it this way with the V-neck at the front. Now I really like the V-neck at the back and wearing it with a polo neck. That's just when I saw it on the sample photos, that's the one thing that I went, oh, that's really nice and really unusual. But yes, you can wear it the other way. There is no right or wrong with this one. And I used some fabric that I had left over from a Minerva Crafts project that I did a while ago for their blogger network. And it's this lovely, it's called Petrol colour, and you know me, I love green and it's absolutely gorgeous. So it's a really nice weight, nice just to stick on now that the days are cold and chilly. Yeah. And another one just to add to my comfy collection. So that's all the sewing that I've been doing, and I thought I'd now talk about some of the projects that I'm hoping to get done in December. Now it was Black Friday and I really resisted buying too much in Black Friday because I know upstairs I've actually got a bit of a backlog of patterns that I want to make, but I had to buy a couple of patterns that I have been lusting over for a while, and this is the one that I said I would never ever make because I just don't like the style of these type of dresses. But since my indigo, I am a changed lady and I am jumping on board with the Myosotis dress from Deer and Doe. Now, I've seen so many beautiful versions of this, and my friend Vicky particularly, this is one of her favourite patterns, and she's got so many versions of them, and every time she makes one up, I'm always like, oh, Vicky, that's gorgeous. So I'm now finally going to make one for myself. Now, it's funny, this is going to be a bit geeky now, but every time I see this pattern, I always think of mitosis and meiosis, which is what I'm teaching my year 11s at the moment. So it's something that always just makes me giggle when I talk about it. But anyway, I'm definitely going to make this dress because I think this would be perfect for work. I've got quite a few options in my stash that I could use with this, but I'm really, really excited about that. And I love Deer and Doe patterns. I've made a couple of them now. The bluette dress, I love, absolutely love. A Sirocco jumpsuit, again, another fabulous pattern, and I'm really excited for that. Now, another one that I bought from Deer and Doe was their ebook. Now, I've never thought of a capsule wardrobe as being something that I would do, but what I'm finding is on a work day, it's lovely. I would love the fact that I could just pick lots of garments out of my wardrobe and they would all go together, so that I'm not in that rut of always wearing the same dress, or I'm not having to think every morning, oh, what shall I wear today? So I bought their ebook, and I'll pop some photos in if you don't know what it is, but it guides you through what a capsule wardrobe is. and it asks you to reflect on your week, what you normally do within the week, your favourite colours. It looks at your colour palette, and how you wear your clothes. Now, one thing I've definitely noticed is I'm wearing so many more dresses and skirts. So there's a couple of patterns within this ebook of some really nice culottes and some sort of loungy pants. I definitely would like to try some of those and trying to make them a little bit more formal so that I can wear them for work. But then that adds to the drama of what shoes, especially in cold weather like this. I love wearing my boots. So I need to maybe see if my boots go with like the culotte shape of trousers and see if that might be a viable option. But I'm going to spend some time over the Christmas holiday, especially because we're home a little bit more, really setting out my plans. And I'm going to start 2021 with more of a clear vision and more of a plan of what I want to make, rather than it being a mad rush each month, just going, oh, I love that fabric, oh, let me just make that. So even though that's a great way that has always worked for me, I would like to maybe sit down and be a little bit more conscious of what I need in my wardrobe and what I want to make. I just want to talk to you about some fabrics that I have been very lucky to receive. Now, the first fabric is this. It's all about comfort at the moment, and look at this beautiful jersey. How gorgeous is that? So Graziela Fabrics asked me if I'd like to choose some fabrics on their website. So I went on and it's all about the print. So they do 3 different types of fabrics: French terry, jersey and woven, and they've all got the most spectacular prints, just big and bold. So this is from their Heart Me collection, and this is the berry colourway, and I think there's another few colours within this collection. So I'm going to be actually holding a giveaway over on my Instagram for this fabric, so I'll put links below so that you can have a look when that pops up. Now, I was a little bit undecided at the start exactly what to make with this, but as soon as it came and I just thought I've got to go big or go home. So, well, the clue is in what I'm wearing now is what I'm going to make with it. It is the I Am Patterns zebra top that I'm going to make from this fabric, and I've got it on today so that you can see. So it's got these beautiful dramatic gathered sleeves and just a nice loose fitting bodice, and I think it's going to be perfect in this fabric. So I've got the afternoon at home today and I'm going to get straight on with that, and I just can't wait to see how it turns out. I've seen already some pretty amazing garments in this fabric, so absolutely love that. Now, and also the Craft Cotton Company have sent me a little bundle of some fabrics. I'm going to show you the jersey ones that they sent me. So, these are gorgeous. Right, here we are. This is fun, isn't it? This is the Miffy pattern, and when we got this out of the parcel, my eldest daughter went, "Mummy, can I have some PJs in that?" So she's got her order straight in of what she wants with that. It's just really nice and soft, and a nice set of a nice amount of stretch that'll be really comfortable for pyjamas. Now, this one I saw on their website and I did fall in love with it. How lovely is this? So it's a printed pattern. Now, I originally thought it was black, but looking in the light, there's a bit of a navy tint to this, but they've got foxgloves and flowers all around, printed all over, and I'm just going to make some gorgeous loungewear in this, because I think over the Christmas period I'm not going to really be getting dressed up much. I'm just going to be comfortable, pottering around the house, doing bits and bobs, and I need to look stylish at the same time. So I've got 3 meters of this. I'm thinking some, I've got Stella joggers, and maybe, do I go tight or do I go baggy? I'm not sure on what top I'm going to use yet, whether I'm going to use the Molly top or the Stella top. Is it the Stella top? Stella t-shirt? No, the Frankie t-shirt. But either way, I'm going to have a look through all my pattern stash, find 2 patterns to make the best pyjamas. Pyjamas or loungewear? Well, let's just say one day I'm probably going to wear my pyjamas all day through December, so that's another. And also they do some plain fabrics. So I think this one's going to be for my husband. Some pyjamas, loungewear for him too. So that's super soft, just some nice plain, great amount of stretch in that. I do love that. Right, that's everything in November. I hope you're all ready for December. I've got a whole list of things that I also need to do in preparation before I break up from school, ready for Santa to come. We've got our Christmas tree up. We have put it up a little bit earlier than usual, but everyone needed that little bit of brightening up and cheering up at the moment. Right, I hope that you have enjoyed my vlog. Please, if you like my vlogs, subscribe, have a look back at my previous vlogs and go and enjoy what I have to offer. And I just want to say thank you ever so much for all the lovely comments that people put on my vlogs. It's really hard just sitting here in my living room chatting away to my phone to think, am I actually entertaining? Am I showing what people really want to see? But it's been a fantastic year, and I think I might do a bit of a roundup vlog towards the end of the year, looking back on some of my previous vlogs and see how life has been this year. Right, thank you ever so much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.